may buntag. So today we're off to Corregidor and I'm so excited. This is my first time. Yeah. Naami karon sa Mowang area and sa seaside. Dili mi magsakay. Hi! So this is where you book your ticket. Once again, good morning. We'll be boarding in a while. So while waiting, we just had our breakfasts. Well, we're off to Corregidor. They're so busy with their selfies and everything. Hi! Maayong buntag sa tanan! Hi. Hello. Hello, sir. Good morning. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Hi. Ay. Okay na. Thank you. Morning. Yeah. Good morning. 48. Yeah. Going down. 49. Morning. Perfect.
Okay, so pleasant good morning to everyone. Thank you for choosing Corregidor to be part of your tour. So in behalf of the company, Sun Cruises Incorporated, I'm Edward, your tour guide for this tour, and Simon, our driver. Come on, Simon, stand up. Face your audience and clap your hand. Never mind the steering wheel. Simon is one of the best driver in the island.
Uy, mao ba?
He just got his driver's license yesterday. And you got also the #1 tour guide in the island. Because our best tour guide is absent today. Whether you like it or not, I will be your tour guide for this tour. Okay, you boarded on bus number 3, and that will be your seating arrangement until the end of the tour to avoid World War III. And we're very much concerned for your safety. So always put down the armrest on the side, especially those who are seated at the edge of the bus. And children must be seated in between adults. Oh, batang isip. Okay. Because we don't want you to be part of the history of the island. That's why we're very much concerned for your safety. Okay, so let's start now the tour. So as you can see, this is the map of the island right here. it is shaped like a tadpole. No other shape.
Like
No
it's shaped like
other
a
shape.
sperm seed.
It is shaped like a tadpole. It has a tail in a head. You arrive here at the next section of the island at the south side of the island. South side facing Cavite. We're now here at the north side of the island facing Bataan Peninsula. So Corregidor is very strategic in location situated in between Bataan and Cavite. Also, is very good going to the by this island. Fortified this island. Okay, we're now here at the north side of the island. This was the army side. Okay, you see the stage of General Douglas MacArthur. Okay, don't worry, we're gonna stop here later on. We're gonna finish for the tail of the island. Then we're gonna go back to my grandfather MacArthur. And at the south side of the island, that was the Navy side. Both north and south, or the whole next section of the island, considered as the lowest part, which is bottom side, 50 feet above the waves. We're going now to the tail of the island. Later on, we're gonna go to the middle and top side area. So that's the mainland of Bataan. Bataan Peninsula. March from Maribeles, Bataan, 102 kilometers going to Pampanga. Under the heat of the sun, no food, no water, with the sickness of beriberi, dysentery, and malaria. Almost 1 week, they walk 102 kilometers. Imagine, that's April 10, summertime in the Philippines. To your right side, that's a Japanese tunnel. Japanese tunnel.
Japanese tunnel.
Okay. Most of those Japanese tunnels was dug by the American prisoners. I'm gonna show you also the American tunnel later on. Oh, there's another Japanese tunnel down to the right. Down to the right. Small opening. Near the seashore. Right there. In this area here, this was the Army Beach at that time. Army Beach. Okay, so when they reach San Fernando, Pampanga, they boarded on a cart boxes. One cart box can occupy 100, but they made it 200. So they like sardines inside those cart boxes. From San Fernando, Pampanga, when they reach Capas Tarlac, when they opened the door, many dead bodies fell down. Then, from Capas Tarlac, another 6 kilometers walk to Camp O'Donnell, the concentration camp. When they counted those soldiers who made it to the death march, they counted 51,000 out of 76,000. 25,000 considered escaped, dead, or missing. So that's the death march. Okay, those Japanese tunnels, about 80 of those kind, surrounds the whole island. That's where the Japanese hide the suicide boat. Suicide boat by the Japanese, 17 feet long. It can carry 250 kilos of bomb and cylinders. Secretly dispatched from Corregidor at midnight, going to Maribeles, Bataan, and they succeeded to blow 3 support craft by the Americans. But most of the suicide boats never returned in the island. They named those suicide boats Senyo-tai. One Japanese captain per Senyo-tai boat, they call them Senyo Tokotai. Another Japanese tunnel down to the right. And the north entrance of the Malinta Tunnel. Inside the north entrance, there's a 1,000-bed hospital. If you only stay overnight in the island, I have 1 hour ghost hunting tour inside the 1,000-bed hospital, inside the Malinta Tunnel. So 1 hour ghost hunting tour. We're gonna hunt the 2,000 Japanese who commit suicide, blew themselves up inside the Malinta Tunnel. So come on, stay overnight. Oh, first impression, if you heard Corregidor, if you come here to Corregidor, many ghosts, right? On my past 20 years work experience in the island, I haven't seen nor experienced a ghost because I don't go out late at night. As I said, but you stay overnight, we're gonna do ghost hunting tour 12 midnight. Then, the lateral tour inside the Malinta tunnel. Almost an hour, I have a tour inside the tunnel. And I let you wear helmets or hard hats because some parts of the tunnels are quite low, so we will bend. So that if you bump your heads on the rocks will not complain. Oh, I give more history about the tunnel later on. Okay. So, if those Japanese have the kamikaze, the suicide airplane or the divine wind, they have also the suicide boat. Those are the airplanes without wings by the Japanese. When the Japanese attacked Corregidor, they landed here the tail of the island. They did not land at the head, although it's nearer to Bataan, they cannot penetrate because of high cliffs. So they attacked at the tail of the island. After the landing, the Americans was already hiding inside the Malinta tunnel. After the landing on May 5th, there's a ceasefire. The first negotiation for the surrender of Corregidor happened in between the Japanese and the Americans. General Wainwright on the American side ordered General Moore and General Bibi to negotiate personally with Colonel Nakayama on the Japanese side. But they did not agree with the surrender because General Wainwright wanted it to surrender conditionally, meaning only the 4 fortified islands at the mouth of the bay. But General Homa in Bataan wanted it unconditional surrender, meaning all use of the forces of the entire Philippines. So the first negotiation in Corregidor was not in success. General Homa in Bataan ordered General Wainwright to be brought to Bataan to talk personally with him for the surrender of Corregidor. But still, they did not agree with the surrender. What General Homa told to General Wainwright, I cannot waste time to accept your useless offer of surrender, General Wainwright. My terms is simple. I know you've been designated Commander-in-Chief of all USAPI forces of the entire Philippines. I can only accept the unconditional surrender of all elements of the USAPI. Going back to Corregidor, let's continue fighting and do as you done, please, in Nihongo, which General Wainwright did not understand. So he asked an interpreter. What is those are long-tailed macaque monkeys. In front, right there. There they are, in front. There they are, the monkey. See?
The monkeys.
In front, not the driver and the tour guide. Right there, see? Many monkeys. Right there, right there. Oh, right there, Right here. Okay. From this overlooking point of view, I'm gonna show you now the 3 more islands at the mouth of the bay that General Wainwright wanted it to surrender conditionally. Actually, there were 5 islands at the mouth of the bay, but only 4 of this island was fortified by the Americans. And Corregidor is the biggest. All islands at the mouth of the bay was named after those American officers and memory of them. Like this island, during the Spanish time, Corregidor. During the American time, Fort Mills. In honor of Brigadier General Samuel Meyers Mills. He was the Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army from 1905 to 1906. During the Japanese time, they named this island Homashima, Homa's Island. Next island is Caballo, Spanish for 27 days more, May 6, Corregidor surrendered to the Japanese. With the span of 27 days, the Japanese forces in Bataan keep on firing Corregidor, but Corregidor forces cannot fire back because the Japanese used the civilian and the prisoners as their human shield. Then, from Camp O'Donnell, Capas Tarlac, the Americans separated to the Filipinos. The Americans brought to Cabanatuan, another concentration camp. The Filipinos remained in Camp O'Donnell, Capas Tarlac, and we lost almost 1 million Filipinos after the war. So that's the death march. The forces in Corregidor did not join the death march. Okay, we're now here at the Filipino Heroes Memorial, FHM, against the colonizers. It is started from FM at the center mural to the left. FM, go around to your right side, ends another FM at the last mural. What's FM? Ferdinand Magellan, 1521. Ferdinand Marcos, it's a revolution, 1986. So FM to FM. And on top, that's our guerrilla soldier at that time. He has a plow and a rifle, 2 occupation. Farmer by day, freedom fighter by night. And in front, our 1935 Commonwealth President Manuel L. Quezon. When he died August 1st, 1944 in Saranac Lake, New York, because of his sickness, the tuberculosis. Actually, Quezon General MacArthur, together with their family, stayed or hide inside the Malinta Tunnel. They occupied each lateral. But Quezon has already the sickness of tuberculosis. His sickness already aggravated because of the situation inside the tunnel. So the US President ordered Quezon to seek medication in the US. So on February 20, 1942, he boarded submarine Swordfish going to Visayas, from Visayas by airplane to Saranac Lake, New York. But unfortunately, he died August 1st, 1944. Because of the sickness, the tuberculosis, they did not see General Douglas MacArthur. He did not see the final redemption of our country. When he died, succeeded by the Vice President to the right, Sergius Mena, who became also a president after 3 years when General MacArthur came back and landed in Leyte. And to your left side symbolizes a true Filipina. She's involved in many events in our war history and served as the inspiration of the guerrilla soldier. Every time I do my tour, I always say this: Sir, you're very lucky you married a Filipina. Because Filipina women are very loving and caring women. So if you marry a Filipina, I'm sure, guaranteed, you will reach 100 years old and above. Also sir, if you marry a Filipina, you're gonna marry the whole family. Or the whole barrio where she lives. Okay, you're very lucky. Still, you're very lucky. Okay, at the foot of the guerrilla soldier, there's a small museum where you can see all pictures of the late President Quezon, some portrait of the brutality of the Japanese, and where you can find the 3rd FM, female and male comfort room. Okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Those who want to go up, there's steps at the back. Those who want to go up.
Heroes Memorial. And diri gid nagsugod ang tanan diri nga area. So the Battle of Mactan. Akong ilibot guys ha. Hi. So you know what, sa una sa libro ra gid ako ni makita ba. Karon nanangig ko sa nanangig ko sa tinuod nga Corregidor Island. Char. Okay. So Battle of Mactan 1521. Tapos Dato Sirongan and Sultan Kudarat in Mindanao. And then Pangkaw sa apostasy in Leyte. Tapos Somoroy Rebellion. Then kana actually nindot kay siya nga island guys. Grabe ka nindot nga island kita. Rich in history. Then Andres Malong of Pangasinan, Dagohoy Revolt dayon. And Diego and Gabriela Silang in Ilocos. And then the CR. So this is dedicated to all the Filipinos who knows how to die for love of freedom and liberty. And Palaris Revolt in Pangasinan and Hermano Pule ba pagbasa? Ayan. Philippine Revolution na yan. Okay. So yeah, very nice in here. It's a very nice island. Rich in culture actually guys. Culture gid lugar. Dili rich in history oy. So that stage shows is a symbolism of a true Filipina. This is President Manuel L. Quezon and President Sergius Mena Sr.
Sabi ka, sir, ay sa
Hawa ra gud diha.
Pero masaya vlog sir.
sa likod daw.
Actually, this was the mass grave by the Japanese. Imagine, they discovered in 1985 when they gathered so many human bones believed to be those Japanese soldiers who fought, defended, and died in Corregidor. How would they know that those are Japanese human bones? How? DNA, yeah. And
First time nakita ko og mga dagko mga anti-aircraft si tawag ani gani kan anti-aircraft ba, oh yeah, anti-aircraft pusil. Visit. Yeah, this is my first time. So sa una libro ra gina ko ni makita ba. Karon na gini ko diri sa isla mismo. Actually bugnaw ang island. Yeah, it's bugnaw siya. Mayong hapon, Corregidor.
Kapyut Miss Faye, ano ba?
those airmen where the Americans poured gasoline. When the Japanese don't want to move out and surrender.
Hello.
I'm gonna show you also the exact
Modo ni uniform sa Pinoy sa una.
And the 1,000
Yeah, Philippine Scout.
exclusive lateral for female officers. But you will not do it.
We're back. Di pwede mag-video dito. So, kani siya diri. As you can see there, kanang malinta tunnel. Tingin sila, daga daw kay linta dito daw. So, kanang mga linta. Pusok. Dito na dapat ibutan.
Next or Malinta tunnel. If you connect the main tunnel, all the laterals, almost 2.5 kilometers. And that tunnel can house 8,000 soldiers. The tunnel was dug by the long-time Filipino prisoners, not prisoners of war. Those are the from Bilibid, the criminals, the thieves at that time, hard labor in this island. Under an American engineers, ex-company of engineers, including MacArthur, fresh graduate from West Point, he drew his first assignment, the Philippine Island. He's in charge of fortification of matun-an and Corregidor. This was the this is the south side of the island. During the Spanish time, it was 2 hectares of wet farming. They harvest 75 to 100 cabans of rice per year. But during the American time, this was the Filipino community outskirts of the Filipinos, because the Filipinos in the families were allowed to stay right here at the middle sa Americans at the middle outside area. Front right, we have also a church in the island. During the Spanish American time, the same spot, same model of the building. That was the church before. Oh, we have also a wedding package in the island. You can do clean-up pictorial before the wedding. Our wedding package, if you have 100 guests, that's 220,000. That includes the round-trip ferry plus the food. 200 guests, 440,000 round-trip ferry plus the food. If you want to have your reception at the highest point of the island in front of the Maayong, the longest military barracks in the world, we can put tents. Or you're having your lunch today, that's the one, a big tent. It's like a garden.
Wow.
The nice thing is, in our wedding package, if you don't have a groom or if you don't have a bride, it's already included in the package. No choice. Don't be choosy. Don't be choosy. And your marriage is only valid in this island when you're out of the island no more. 5 couples already married in this island. 5 couples. Yeah, it's true. We have a wedding package. You can inquire in our sales office. Okay. What is the famous word of MacArthur?
I shall return!
Where did General MacArthur uttered his famous word? Where?
There. Oh.
There, I heard later. Okay, wait. Before I let you go down and take pictures with my grandfather MacArthur, I will tell you now how MacArthur left the island and where he uttered his famous word. Actually, General Douglas MacArthur don't want to leave the Philippine island. He loved very much the Filipinos. He wants to fight against the Japanese, but he was given 3 orders. Actually, Quezon and MacArthur stayed inside the Malita Tunnel. So, as I told you earlier, Quezon left the island to seek mitigation. On February 20, 1942, he boarded so for peace. Before he left the island, he convinced also General MacArthur and his family to go with him for their own safety. But MacArthur replied, I am a soldier, I am where I belong with my soldiers. My wife is married to a soldier, and my son is a son of a soldier, let him stay beside. When Quezon cannot convince MacArthur, what Quezon did was, he removed his favorite signet ring, he slid it to MacArthur and said, when they find your body, I want them to know you died fighting for my country. So that was the last conversation of Quezon and MacArthur before he left going to Visayas. And on that same date, February 20, 1942, General MacArthur now received the first order from his General Staff George Marshall ordering him to leave Corregidor and go to Australia. But MacArthur replied, I am too busy here. 2 days later, February 22, he received the second order. This time from his President Roosevelt. Same order, but again, MacArthur hedged. But on March 9, he received the third order from his wife. Order ni Mrs. No. Just kidding. An imperative, from his President Roosevelt, an imperative detailed plan for the trip. Things have gotten to such a point that he must comply or get out of the army. So MacArthur now has nothing to do but to obey that order in spite of his repeated protests. So on March 10, he summoned Wainwright from Bataan to come to Corregidor and gave the full command of all American forces and promised Wainwright that when he come back, he promote him to Lieutenant General. But Wainwright was already promoted 10 days after MacArthur left. The order came from Washington without the consent of MacArthur. So at the night of March 11, he passes through one of the secret lateral from Malinta Tunnel, goes straight to this Lord Chadak. Then they boarded patrol torpedo boat number 41. He left the island at the night of March 11. March 13, he was then in Del Monte, Mindanao, somewhere in the south, pineapple canning plantation. Then they boarded a B-17 plane bomber. March 17, he was then in Darwin, Australia. From Darwin, he boarded a train going to Adelaide. And somewhere in Tarawak in Adelaide, when he was about to depart from the train, the people in Australia asked him why did he came to Australia. General MacArthur said, the President of the United States ordered me to break through the Japanese line and proceed from Corregidor to Australia for the purpose, as I understand it, of organizing the American offensive against Japan. The primary objective of which is the relief of the Philippines. I came through. This is where he said the famous word, I came through and I shall return. He said it, that famous word, in Tarawak, Adelaide, Australia, not there, not in Palo, Leyte. And what he said when he came back and landed in Leyte, I have returned. You cannot say, I shall return. No, I have returned. But the one who made that note was our very own Major Carlos P. Tumulo, the personal aide of General MacArthur. So now you know, his famous word was uttered in Tarawak, Adelaide, Australia. Not in Corregidor, not in Palo, Leyte. Okay, I give you 5 minutes to go down and take pictures with our grandfather MacArthur. I will allow you to go at the edge of, on the pier to take pictures if you want to. But please don't jump on the water. The sharks here are carnivorous. North side of the island, the Americans built 3 docking area. Far right, there's the engineering dock. At the center, the North Mine Wharf and the North Chada. Oh, maybe someday If you plan again to go back here, stay overnight, you're gonna stay at the grandest hotel in the island, the #1 hotel in the island, and the only hotel in the island. In your places, if you have 5-star hotels in Corregidor, we have
Corregidor
31
Inn.
star. We have 31 rooms, 1 star for every room. We have also a big swimming pool. It can occupy about 200 standing ovation. And we only have the swimming beach in the island. That's the South Beach. Don't worry the sharks in Corregidor. They're all vegetarians here. And we're now entering the War Memorial Zone. War Memorial Zone. Because the head of the island, this was the military zone. The tail of the island, that was the civilian zone or activity area by the Americans.
Dili din yung makita sa tiger din.
The overlooking view, the whole next section of the island. At the center, that's the hotel. On the north side, that was the Army side. On the south side, that was the Navy side. Don't worry, we're gonna stop right here so that we can take pictures, overlooking pictures. Oh, stop. Okay. Again, all cement built in here came from Japan, Asano Cemento. Our lunch schedule is 12:10. We must be at the buffet lunch venue by 12:10. If we arrive 12:15,
fun watching my video. And you know what guys, isa sa mga realizations na ako was, during my Corregidor experience was very memorable. Why? Because before, ang Corregidor, Libro na taman. Pero karon, ako nang itong na-experience mismo. So I hope na-appreciate po din niyo akong video po. So, and I hope you will get to see Corregidor in real life very soon, just like what I experienced. Bye! Until my next video. Mwah!